The year that lies behind us has not been an ordinary year. A huge crisis in the form of a global pandemic swiftly unfolded before us. The COVID-19 pandemic brought about consequences which affected every one of us in some form or the other. The pandemic required urgent measures to be taken in the form of imposition of lockdowns to curtail the spread of the virus, extend relief to our people stranded outside the state because of nationwide lockdowns, make arrangements for those desirous of coming back, and on return, put elaborate system in place in the form of quarantines so that the danger of a spreading of virus from them to others was reduced. The various measures taken by the government, coupled with the steps taken for making people adhere to COVID-19 appropriate behavior, ensured that the virus spread in the state was contained. The mortality rate due to COVID-19 remains relatively less than other states. Our medical doctors, nurses, all other frontline workers deserve our deepest appreciation for their determined and selfless services for battling against COVID-19 under very demanding circumstances. We also express our gratitude to all our mass-based organizations, including the churches, for their wholehearted support to the government in its fight against COVID-19. My government, on the 15th October 2020, convened a historic consultative meeting at Kohima with all the tribal hosts, civil society organizations, political parties, and representatives of various other sections of the society on the Naga political issue. There were detailed discussions, and it was reiterated that there will be only one solution for the Naga political issue. A 7-point unanimous resolution was also adopted. Taking another significant step towards further facilitating the peace process, on 18th December 2020, a joint statement was issued by Sri NEIPHIU, the Honorable Chief Minister, and Sri T.R. Jelia, Honorable Leader of the Opposition. The joint statement welcomed the positive approach of the Government of India under the leadership of Sri Narendra Modi, Honorable Prime Minister, and Sri Amit Shah, Honorable Union Home Minister, towards expediting the ongoing peace talks, and urged all the Naga groups to come together under the spirit of reconciliation, mutual trust and understanding, and strive with sincerity. The Nagaland police, in order to tackle the menace of extortion and curb instances of illegal taxation, has set up anti-extortion cells in all the districts of the state, which work in close coordination with other law enforcement and security agencies to contain illegal activities. The Nagaland police also played an exceptional role in enforcing SOPs and transporting essential goods in the fight against COVID-19. Honorable members, the recent outbreak of forest fires in the beautiful Juku Valley saw an immediate response being mounted for containing and dousing the fires. The coordinated response by several state and central agencies and civil society organizations ensured that fires could be extinguished in time without any damage to the main valley. While the response by multiple agencies led by NSDMA along with Southern Angami Public Organization and Southern Angami Youth Organization was appreciable, my government is making long-term plans to prevent such incidents in future and also further strengthen our response mechanism.
Speaker, sir, I rise to make obituary reference on the passing away of PRANAB MUKHERJEE, former President of India, who breathed his last on the 31st of August 2020 at the Army Research and Referral Hospital, Delhi. He was 84. PRANAB MUKHERJEE was born on the 11th December 1935 at MERU village, Gong, in West Bengal. His father, Kamada Mukherjee, was a freedom fighter who went to jail many times during India's freedom struggle. After obtaining master's degree in political science and LLB from the University of Calcutta Pranab Mukherjee first worked as a lecturer in political science in Vidyasanagar College, Calcutta, while he was working as editor of a Bengali periodical. He obtained his doctorate degree subsequently. Pranab Mukherjee's political career took off when he became a Rajya Sabha MP representing Congress in the year 1969.
Late Shri Ramvilas Paswan. Shri Ramvilas Paswan was a distinguished parliamentarian, a stalwart of the socialist movement, and Bihar's foremost Dalit leader, enjoying support from people across the country. He was a good communicator with the masses, committed to the secular and liberal thoughts, and accepted across the political alliances in the country all through his long career in politics. In fact, Paswan can be described as the most successful leader to emerge from the Dalit community in national politics in the last 50 years. Few Dalit leaders in the post-independence India would match his achievements. Shri Paswan was born in a village near Kagaria in what is now eastern Bihar. After completing his master's and degree in law, he passed the Bihar Civil Service examination and was selected to be a deputy superintendent of police. Instead of accepting the job he secured on his own efforts, he decided to pursue a career in politics and successfully contested the elections for the first time in 1969 on the Samyukta Socialist Party ticket. Since then, Shri Paswan emerged himself stronger in elections after elections, finding himself recognized as a leader beyond the Dalit constituency. Shri Paswan was elected to Lok Sabha 8 times and also held the record of winning his constituency Hajipur with the highest margin several times.